Hey everyone, welcome into TCO Studios. Today's a big day. It is our first interview in our brand new studio, and it's with the quarterback, Kirk Cousins.
I'm honored to be here for the inaugural interview in this great studio.
Well, we are honored to have you as the interview for the first one. We had a fireside chat the day that you signed here.
Yeah, we literally did.
And now we're gonna open up this studio. What do you think of our new home?
I love it, and the cameras probably can't show you the whole room, but there's plenty more where this came from. We got screens and sets and cameras. This is impressive.
Yeah, we can have a lot of fun in here. And if we open up that wall behind you, you know what's over there?
It leads to the team room.
That's right, the team meeting room.
So it's pretty cool. The team room looks right into this studio if for some reason we wanted to have that happen.
Yeah, what you think, you've been through a bunch of practices in the off-season program now, but think back to the day you signed here.
Well, it's only been 3 months, and yet it feels like it's been 3 years in some ways because of all the new people I've met, new way of doing things, new city. I've purchased a home, we've moved in. I mean, just a lot of change, all to be expected. We knew it was coming, but you look back and you go, wow, you know, life has completely changed in only 3 months.
When you go through periods of transition, you always look for the comforting things that you can lean on. I would think that once the off-season program started and you were in the building with teammates and coaches, that was maybe that for you. You got back into a routine with the football team, right? I'm sure that was fun.
Sure, I think it was Coach Flip or somebody on the staff made mention of it the very first week we were back. They said, this new facility should be like a sanctuary for you. And it really is. I mean, in addition to it being so nice and so world class, it became a place for me for the last 9 weeks where I could come to know that, you know, as much as things are changing and different and my family's moving, when I'm here, I'm in football, and that's what I know, and that's what I do. And so it's become a sanctuary for me. I really love coming in here and can't wait to put more hours in up ahead.
Hey, LT, way to shift the angle. I liked what he did there. Good job. That was friendly.
The position you play is naturally a leadership position.
Right.
But you come in and you join a new team. How have you balanced that?
Yeah, and I think that's why quarterbacks changing teams is so uncommon, because it is tough to start over in a leadership position. That's been the balance, certainly, figuring that out, although I have probably deferred to just being myself, being vocal, having personality, bringing energy. And
oh, we're out here in Disneyland. This is Disneyland out here.
It's been received well.
We're here. Yes! Hey, just snap it up. Hey, just get a little bit more today. I'll go over here. So that chin strap just goes a little bit tighter.
Kirk, he's great, man. He's everything that you can want in a quarterback.
Great leader on and off the field. You know, out there he commands the huddle, and it's pretty cool to see.
Kirk has come in here since day one, and he's made it easy on us as receivers. You know, he loves the game of football. He's passionate about it, and that makes it easy as a receiver when you have a guy like that as a leader.
A lot of energy. He wants to be great, and he works each and every day to become the best player he can become.
There's other leaders in place too on the team, coaching staff, so they have their roles as well. But I've been pleasantly surprised with how that whole process has worked out over the last 9 weeks.
You've done some fun things with your teammates outside of this building, right?
Yeah.
Kenny Chesney, I know you went to that concert, and you had some fun at a Twins game recently, right?
I've been to a Wild playoff game, Kenny Chesney concert, happened to go to a Shania Twain concert, and then also went to the Twins game. And
number 8, quarterback, Kirk Cousins.
Got to take batting practice and throw out a first pitch, so. I feel like I've been around the town a fair amount and gotten to see some really cool things in only a short amount of time. So we're really enjoying this city, and it's fun to spend that time with teammates, especially when you didn't know these guys, you know, a couple of months ago. So it was good for me from just spending quality time with those guys away from the building, getting to know them even better.
You know what's gotten me well compensated? Throwing to the running backs. That's what's made me a lot of money in this league, Coach.
So what do you think about our offense? What solid traits you guys want to be every day? What are they?
We got to go 3 for 3 today, by the way. Got to. Got to. Sunday, shot. Sunday, shot.
Well, Coach Flip is highly organized, and I think our offense is going to have a lot of attention to detail. There's some things that they did with the Eagles last year. There's some things that I did with the Redskins for years that I'll help incorporate. And then the Vikings did so many things well last year. There's no reason to reinvent the wheel. So a lot of carryover in terminology from last year, but for someone like Flip or myself, it's new.
Touchdown! Woo! Woo! Booyah!
You play with some good receivers in Washington. Here in Minnesota, the top two coming back are Diggs and Thielen. Fans love those two guys.
Yeah,
What have you?
rightfully so.
Yeah, what have you seen from them so far?
They've lived up to the hype. Diggsy,
Sunday, set.
maybe his best trait would be the way he tracks the football in the air.
My fault, good catch, Diggsy.
He does that as well as anybody I've ever played with. Adam Thielen is also a very natural receiver, catches the ball naturally, is hard to cover, and is aggressive towards the football. Many receivers shy away from the football. They want to absorb the football. Adam attacks the football, and when you attack the ball, it's hard to defend, it's hard to cover. They can teach me a lot about the game and what they do well. So we learn from one another, and that dialogue's been fun. They both have tremendous ability, and we've got to keep them healthy, and we got to keep them involved, because when the football is in their hands, good things happen.
So you kind of know the defense more than maybe most non-NFC North quarterbacks, but now you've been in the building and you've gone against them every day. So what have you sort of learned or observed about Mike Zimmer and the Vikings defense?
Yeah, after 5 years of playing them, I've gotten familiar with the scheme and the players, but at the same time, have learned so much more just being here every day. Very sound defense. They're not going to beat themselves. They're rarely out of position. They're rarely blowing a coverage or dropping a receiver, and makes it tough because you can't get any freebies. You got to earn every single yard and every play. And you know, Coach Zimmer is a defensive-minded head coach. That's his background, and so you also see that in the way practice is structured and the flow of practice. Which, coming from working with a couple of offensive-minded head coaches, is a bit of a change for me, but it's been fun.
Have you felt the love around town? Can you go to the market or to the grocery store and people say hi to you?
For the most part, I can get by. You know, it's not like I'm being bothered to the point where we stay home. But yeah, walking through the Mall of America quite a bit when our hotel room was across the street, people stop you and notice, or they pass you and then say, you know, you like that? As they pass by.
Right.
So
You know, I was telling my dad, like, I love it. It's a 10 out of 10. But if we go 6 and 10, it's a 1 out of 10. Even if I love everything else. And then if I hated Washington, but we went 13 and 3, it's a 9 out of 10. So like that's the hard part, but I love it. I love it. I'm just saying we got to win.
you know, people overall, like you said, are just excited. You know, they're optimistic. They're expecting big things, and people who come up to you and say, are we going to get the Super Bowl? Are we going to get the Super Bowl? And that's certainly where their focus is. And I say, well, we got a lot of games to play until then, but certainly that's the dream and where we're trying to get to.
All right, man. Thanks for all your work and all your time. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.